Holy hell. There is a lot of people here. Oh my goodness. But look at the day. They've got a squid on. It is literally a perfect day. You're kidding. You really don't get days like this too often. Look at it. Literally glass, calm, but boats everywhere. Wow. Are you kidding me? Good morning everyone and welcome back. It is an absolutely perler of a morning, literally glass calm, barely a breath of wind about, and we are going out squid fishing. Now, this morning actually started off with a massive failure. I actually planned to go out snapper fishing, but my sounder has completely fried itself. The sonar's not working at all. So instead, what we're gonna do is enjoy this beautiful day out squid fishing. But I just can't believe how magical it is this morning. Literally glass calm, clear water. So it should be a beautiful day, at least conditions wise. So let's get out there, see if we can get a few squid. Water is literally ridiculously clear. I don't think I've ever seen it I haven't seen it this clear in a very long time. But as you can see, the boats are everywhere. So let's get out on the kayak and then we'll get into our little head-to-head challenge thingo. A lot of you guys are probably questioning why I'm wearing a pink beanie, but thought I'd switch it up. Might be the ticket to go viral, you never know. And it also matches the color of my sunburn. I got cooked yesterday, so we're not gonna make that same mistake today, but I'll give you guys a little idea of the size of the jigs which we are gonna be using. So we have these tiny 2.5 size jigs, probably the smallest I've ever used in Western Port. So here's a couple of the versions which we're going to be using. We have the 2.5 Sephias, one with a little flasher and one with just the pink head. I reckon we're going to start off with this one. And if we want to get even more crazy and go nuts, we actually have some size 1.8 jigs. We're talking full Mornington size jigs, but I reckon we'll start off with a 2.5 and just see how that goes. We've actually made a little bit of a change today. So instead of using my 8'9" land-based squid combo, we are actually going to be using one of my soft plastics rods. So I'm going to try it out, just a bit of a shorter rod, and I reckon it's going to make it so much easier to land these big squid when we hook them, because it's been a nightmare recently. You guys have seen me struggle trying to net big squid with the 8'9" rod, but this thing is like 6'7" or something like that, so it should make it a heap easier. So we'll test that out, and it might become my new permanent rod. It's a little Zodias. Pretty sure it's a medium light rod, so should be fairly good for the squid jigs, I think. Let's give it a crack and get our first bait out there. We are using a monster silver whiting on one of the rods, and then on the other one, we're gonna be using a tiny jig. So I'll show you the comparison in a minute. Let's cast him out. So he will just be following the kayak along. As usual, you guys know, I always like to have a float trailing the kayak when I'm drifting. So that'll be the silver whiting. And then let's see how small this other jig hits. This thing is tiny. Usually I only use size 3.5 jigs in Western Port. This one is a 2.5. And as you guys can see, the comparison is crazy from the silver whiting to this little micro jig. So we'll get our first cast out, start squidding. There's just too many boats for me. Boats everywhere. I'm gonna go find some new ground. There's just too many boats around for my liking. So we'll go for a bit of a move. Try to find our own squid away from everyone else. All right, there's really good ground here. We'll have a few casts here, but there is still a fair few boats around. We have a little drop off ahead of us here, so it's a perfect little spot. See if we can get one. Man, there are boats absolutely everywhere. There's literally, I was gonna go over there, but there's just as many boats over there as there is here, so there's no point. There we go, that's one. Yeah, that's one. There we go. On the tiny little jig. Whew. That's actually a good squid. Wow. First squid of the day, and he's a very good one. We're literally right on a drop off in front of me. I can actually see it drops off into sand and a little bit deeper water. And we're just casting right on that drop off. 2.5 jig is already hooked up. That didn't take long at all. We found our own little patch. There is boats in closer, so they're a bit shallower, but we've gone out to the deeper water. And I tell you what, that's actually a quality squid. It's a very quality squid. We've got our net, so in theory this should be a lot easier because we've got such a short rod, so we'll see. Look at that. That is a quality squid. He's got another one behind him. He could have a follower. Yeah, another one behind him. Another big one under him. All right, we'll get that jig straight back out because there's another good one following him. He's a big squid though. Very big squid. See if we can get his mate. I'm gonna watch my jig closely because that was another big squid right behind him. There we go, he's on it. Saw him grab that. That's another one, that's his partner. We literally saw another one behind him and we got him. That's always what happens, especially this time of year. They're breeding and they're in pairs. So if you get one, always put your jig straight back down because you have a very good shot at another one. He came out of nowhere. That is literally 2-0 for the 2.5 jig. The micro jigs are very, very good, especially when everyone around here will be using size 3.5s. If you switch it up and use a smaller one, you can do very, very well. There we go, we got him. That's 2 squid already. He is another little cracker. Small jigs don't matter. Literally, they're very, very productive. Let's get a look how the luck can change. We had a few casts, didn't get anything, moved spots and straight away. So this right here is the smaller one. He's a very nice sized squid, but not those giants which are around this time of year. But this one right here, the first one which we caught, is much, much bigger. He would have a 35+ centimeter hood, and that is a cracker way to start off the day. 2 big squid instantly on that tiny little 2.5 rainbow jig. So in Western Port, you can use small jigs if the conditions allow. There's very small tides today and there's not a lot of wind, so you can really use those 2.5 size jigs nicely. Very good start.
Have a photo with Mitch.
Yeah, there we go. Mitchy with his PB squid. What was the hood on it?
Oh,
Didn't measure him. Either way, still a PB squid, so you've had a good day out, mate.
yeah.
Nice. Good size. You outfished me today, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, good, thanks, Nev.
No
I'm
worries,
mate,
mate.
anyway.
Yeah,
Finally
Matt.
met you,
Good
mate.
luck, fellas. Yeah. How you going? How have you been? Saw you win. What comp did you win there? I've been here.
No, listen to me.
Look, if you're gonna tell me not to film here, just don't even talk to me, man.
Look.
It's not $5. Look, I don't want to talk to you, mate. I'm actually over you. So have a good one. I get comments like you all the time. I don't want to talk to you. Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one, buddy. No, like, that's fine. I'm just like, we can have a genuine conversation, or you can just say, don't film here. You should, mate, yesterday I was here, 0 boats. And I've been here before, 0 boats. You wanna know why it's packed everywhere today? Exactly. Like, you're trying to blame me, it's packed everywhere, mate. I was out last night on bloody, it was off its head, there's like 30 boats around me. You're trying to blame me where there's plenty of people doing worse. We're all good, all right? Good luck, have a good one. All right, let's get back into it. Get that float out. Whoop. We'll have that trailing the kayak. So the tide is now pretty much coming in. So we're gonna be drifting along this weed bed with the incoming tide, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up a couple more. Still, that's a really good start. 2 big squid to start off with. I'll definitely take that. So we'll have that drag nice and loose in the holder. That size 2.5 jig has done really well for us so far. So hopefully we can pick up a few more. Man, I cannot believe how good today is. No wind. A lot of boats, but obviously there's some squid around as well. And we got confronted big time by that old local. He's actually had a go at me a few times before. He hates that I film and fish around this area. So pretty much he wants it all to himself, doesn't want anyone else to fish it. But obviously he's a good fisherman, we'll part our ways, I have respect for him, and I'm still gonna film. So lucky for you guys, I'm not listening to him. Look, the thing with people like that is you're always gonna get haters. Literally, no matter what you do in life, you're gonna get haters. I get a lot of negative comments. People always get negative comments, and occasionally you get a negative person confront you in real life. They don't congratulate you on what you are doing. They always try to pick you down, and they also try to make you feel bad for what you're doing. But obviously there's a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy where that comes from. So obviously don't pay attention to it. If any of you guys have haters or doubters telling you you can't do something or that you shouldn't do anything, if you feel like it's right and you're not doing anything wrong, continue doing it. I'm gonna continue making videos for you guys and sharing my fishing adventures. Not gonna listen to old mate. There we go, that's one. There we go. Move back over to a different area yet again, where we actually got those first 2, and we've got another one. That's a good squid. Look at that. Oh, big pulse. That's what we want. So they're in line in the deeper water. They're literally right on the drop off in the deeper water. We tried all the way back up there, didn't get any. Came straight back down here, and we've got yet another one. I've actually changed over jigs because the current has picked up a lot. When we first got out here, it was slack tide, so we could use that size 2.5, but now I've actually had to upgrade a little bit. I've gone to a size 3.5, just so I can get to the bottom a little bit quicker. Oh, he's a good squid, and I think he's only just on. There we go, we got him. Tip of the candle. Literally, that is probably the least certain hookup we had on him, and we still got him in. All right, we'll leave that rod in the holder for a second. We'll get a look at this squid. He's very, very solid, and he was only just on. It's another beautiful squid. He's probably the same size as the first one. Probably he just inked everywhere. As I was saying, he's probably the same size as the first one, probably a 35 centimeter hood. And look at that, he's glowing up for us. That is another beautiful size squid. The silver whiting is getting absolutely schooled. So far we've got 3 on the artificial jigs and 0 on the silver whiting. I don't know what's going on. Usually the whiting does really, really well this time of year. The water's super clear, so they should be able to see it from a mile away, but the squid jig's the only one which is getting them at the moment. Another one? Oh, it could have been the bottom. Not sure. That could have been one, it could have been the bottom. There we go, we got one. Wow, that took a long time. We've been drifting for probably 35 to an hour. We've literally just covered this whole weed bed, kept on casting, and I knew that eventually we would run into one, but man, that took a long while. In the middle of nowhere too, literally not a boat around us, and that's how it'll be. There'll be a bunch of boats grouped up together, and most likely they're not actually catching a lot, but if you go around them, then quite often you can find the quality squid by themselves. All right, see if we can get him. He's not a big squid, but nice little bait size or eating size. Literally, I don't think I've seen it this busy probably since the middle of last summer. As I said, we just got out of lockdown, or Melbourne got out of lockdown today, and it's just gone nuts. Absolutely nuts. There's boats everywhere and it's making it fairly tough, but there is still some squid around. And look, as soon as I get a squid, a boat always goes over. That's how it goes. All right, I'm gonna start pedaling back, and I might head in or I might have one more drift. We've only been fishing for a couple of hours and we've already got the 4 squid. And what we did was we stayed to our own. I know that there's squid in other areas where the boats were fishing, but I stuck away from them, tried to catch them on my own. We got 4, and I definitely could get more, but I don't really need any more, to be honest. Like 4 squid is plenty for a feed or for bait, whatever I want to do. So we'll start heading back in. Well, anyway, it was definitely a good little session. We got the 4 squid in about 3 hours, but the boat traffic was just nuts. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like on the video, comment your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.